Let's now get a sense of how the first day of school in 2020 gone. We have Teboho Magasane. He's the Secretary General of the Congress of South African Students, Cosas. He joins us now live in our studios. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you very much, ma'am. My surname is Magasane.
Magasane.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So we've seen cute pictures really throughout the country. The little ones starting school for the very first time today. Your impression as Cosas on the first day of the academic year?
Look, as the organization, we're happy, we're not happy. Why we're saying that we're happy is because of there won't be a loitering on the street. They'll be trying to pursue their future. But our concern is the system that doesn't benefit us as young people. How many young people who finish their matric, they have degrees, diplomas, but they're loitering on the street because of this system that doesn't benefit us, because of this system of this country teaches us to be buyers, not to be producers.
How does it do that? Just talk to us more about that. How is it teaching the young ones to be biased?
To be buyers, not to be producers. Look, in China, a grade 7 learner can produce a cell phone. But in South Africa, when you have money, you must go and buy a cell phone. You can't produce a cell phone. We want the system that will teach us how to produce a cell phone, not how to buy a cell phone.
But are you happy now that robotics is going to be included as one of the subjects in the curriculum?
I can say yes, we are happy as the organization, but we must also check indeed it's going to benefit us or not. Yes.
But what's your take from where you stand in now? Do you think it's going to be beneficial? Because it sounds like that's exactly what you want as Cosas.
Look, as a leader, I must be positive. It's going to benefit us as the organization.
All right. So let's just go back to the first day of the academic year today. Talk to us about the role that Cosas played today in ensuring that everything goes smoothly.
Look, the entire executive of Cosas, from regional levels, provincial level, national level, were all over checking that learners have textbooks, culture of learning and teaching is taking place. Those not receive their reports, they did receive their reports. But maybe you heard in Velcom, one school refused to give learners their reports, and Cosas is planning to shut down the district. Look, according to us, education must be fashionable, and we are coming from different backgrounds. You can't deny a learner a report because of school fees. We're supposed to.
Well, a lot of that happened when the schools closed last year in December. Many were denied their reports for the fact that they had lost a textbook, for example, or they hadn't paid their school fees. It's been happening. It's not anything new. How have you intervened in that regard?
We are not encouraging learners to lose their textbooks. But what we are saying to our educators, they must understand that when I came to that school, it was not me who registered. My parent did that for me. They must engage my parents and leave me alone.
But your parents didn't lose the textbook.
No, I understand.
Aren't you supposed to take responsibility of your textbook? Because when
must.
you vacate that particular grade, there's someone else coming behind you who will need to use that particular textbook.
I must, but remember, I'm a young person. And I can't be as if I'm an elder. We do commit mistakes, but I can't be punished because of my mistakes. You see? So as the organization was saying, schools must give learners their reports.
But what are you saying about responsibility?
We are saying,
are we not supposed to teach the young ones responsibility?
We are saying to our members, they must be careful. And they must think for the next generation. But they must not be punished. And we are aware.
But I think my question really to you was that we've had such cases before, where children have been denied their reports at the end of the year for the fact that they had not paid their school fees, or they had lost a textbook, or a case of that sort. How have you intervened? Because as far as I'm concerned, you still have cases of that nature.
Look, we have engaged with the Department of Education. They have agreed that learners must not be denied their reports. But remember that we have educators that are stubborn. They want to be feared. So they don't listen to their bosses. So it's all about them, not our future. So even tomorrow, still going to meet stakeholders in Johannesburg, as WAPEC in Johannesburg, to hear why the members are refusing to give learners their reports.
All right, so your main focus this academic year, what are you hoping to do and achieve for your members?
We want our members to pass, but they must be focused, number one. And number two, we know that young people, they have problems of drugs. Going to run programs against drugs and bullying in our schools as the organization. And we can't achieve that without the community. Because before we are members of Cosas, we are members of society. We need to stick together so that we can achieve whatever we want to achieve as the society.
And you make mention of an important point there of abuse of drugs. Yeah. During the holidays in December, I was very disappointed to see young people. In fact, the level of alcohol consumption is shocking. Kokasi, where young people are consuming alcohol at a very alarming rate, one can say. So how do we keep them busy during the holidays? Aren't we supposed to have programs perhaps to sort of keep them busy during the holidays?
Look, I agree with you. Most of young people, they consume a lot of alcohol. What we need to do is that we need to bring back sports in our society, so that energy that they have, they must use it in a proper manner, which is sports. Yes.
All right, so part of your statement when the matric results for 2019 were released, you worried that it looks like the Free State Province and Gauteng are the only provinces that are forever competing for position one when it comes to the matric results, and you urging other MECs to do something about this. How are you going to help in this regard?
We can't just complain as the organization. We must assist on the ground, having C classes, and those who understand mathematics, they must go and assist learners. And it's not all about MECs, it's all about the society at large. So we're urging everyone that we need to be hands-on.
But what do you think needs to be done? Because you're saying that surely there's something that MEC Panyaza Lesufi and MEC Tate Mahwe are doing right. So what do you think systems, other MECs need to do?
We must have systems in place, and other MECs must respect structures. In Gauteng, week in, week out, Cosas Gauteng, and they meet with MEC Panyaza planning. But other MECs, they don't do that thing. They become arrogant towards stakeholders. And remember that when you become arrogant to young people, they'll show you films. So you must listen to them and give them attention. Then everything will be fine.
Talking about showing them fire, are you still keeping to the point that the leadership in the Free State made this morning regarding that issue, Velcom, that you mentioned? It's the Lejwe-Lebutswa district, where we understand that learners were turned away by some schools in the district after they failed to pay admission and stationery fees. Are you going to shut down that district?
Look, each and every learner in South Africa deserves better education. And policy says we have a right of schooling. No one must deny you to go to school. So that district shows us that is led by criminals. You see, led by potential criminals, and potential criminals. Why
are you calling them criminals?
Because of that denying an African child access to education.
But what is Cosas going to do with the situation? Look, a threat has been made this morning that the Lejwe-Lebutswa district will be shut down. Is it going to be shut down?
Our slogan as the organization is intention to action. Going to engage with them. If they don't want to listen, then masses on the ground will speak. Remember, comrades of Free State, they're not Cosas. Cosas belongs to learners. Learners, they'll speak for themselves. But I know their mood now, as we speak.
What's the mood?
The mood.
No, you know it. Share it with us because we're not there. Surely you've been interacting with your counterparts in the province.
Learners want to go to school.
Yeah.
Anyone who denies them access must be checked out.
And what's Cosas' mood now as it is?
Look, Cosas students, You see? So I can't say Cosas mood. You must say students because of Cosas belongs.
So they want to go to school. So what's the leadership saying?
They must go to school.
All right, Teboho, thank you so much for coming through. Everything of the best for the 2020 academic year. Teboho Magasane is the Secretary General of the Congress of South African Students. That's Cosas, giving their perspective as we begin the 2020 academic year.